What's up, guys? My name is Brendan, and today I want to show you 15 easy tricking kicks. Because everybody is quarantined and no one has access to a gym, the best course of action is to scale down your tricks and train your basics. Now is the time to really hone your fundamentals so that way you can progress more easily when you go to the harder tricks. Kick number one is the front kick. And this kick has 5 important body positions. The first is your fighter's stance, how you start the trick. Second, you bring up your knee in a chamber, pointing it towards your target. Third, you extend to strike your target, and then fourth, you return back to that chamber position. And then the fifth and final step is just return back where you started to end in that fighter's stance. The front kick might seem like a really easy trick, but if you want a good extension and a snap with every single kick, you need to master the front kick. Our second kick is the crescent kick. Instead of chambering and extending your leg, for this one, you keep it straight almost the entire time, and you draw a crescent shape, sweeping across your target. You can go outside to inside or inside to outside. But either way, you're drawing that crescent shape while kicking past your target. Kick number 3 is the side kick. When it comes to tricking, not all kicks are created equal. And the side kick is an easy trick to do bad, but a hard trick to do well. That said, the technique is really similar to a front kick, but we're gonna pivot our hips. We start in our fighter's stance. Next, we chamber up our leg, pointing our knee at our target. But then we're going to pivot our hips, turn our body to the side, and face the bottom of our foot towards our target. From there, you extend and then rechamber to strike your target, and then you return to your original fighter's stance. That's the technique for the side kick, but like I said, it's easy to do bad, but it's hard to do a nice, crisp, solid side kick. Kick number 4 is the roundhouse kick. When it comes to tricking kicks, each one combines elements of the ones that came before it. When it comes to the roundhouse kick, we're gonna combine elements of the front kick and the side kick. You start in your fighting stance. Next, you chamber up your knee, but then you perform your pivot. When we did our pivot for the side kick, we faced the bottom of our foot to point towards our target. For this pivot, we're gonna keep our knee facing the target just like the front kick. From there, we're going to extend and then rechamber to return back to our original fighting stance. Bah! And that is the roundhouse kick. You just do the same chamber elements of the front kick, but you include the pivot from the side kick. Kick number 5 is the hook kick. To do a hook kick, you essentially play a round kick in reverse. Getting into that fighter's stance, turning your body the opposite way, chambering your leg, extending past your target, and then hooking to kick across it. And then you chamber up, pivot, and return to your original fighter's stance. If you think about a hook kick as a round kick in reverse, it's far less intimidating and easier to learn. Trick number 6 is the jumping front kick. This trick isn't too difficult because it's a variation of the front kick I showed you earlier, and the technique is easy to explain. You start in your fighter's stance and then you step forward to gather a ton of momentum. After that, you block and you launch straight up in the air to perform a front kick. kicking your front leg out in front to strike your target, and pulling your back leg out as well to counterbalance your body. The jumping front kick isn't an incredibly difficult trick, but it does look super cool if you can do it well. Lucky number 7 is going to be the double front kick. And this trick is again not too difficult, but it does incorporate a ton of the elements of the kicks we've talked about thus far. You're going to execute this trick like you would a grounded front kick. But the second you extend your leg to kick your target, you're going to jump off your base leg, switch at the hips, and perform a second front kick. Again, striking your target. This trick is not too difficult, but if you're able to do it well and strong, you can progress to the triple front kick, which I'll show you later. Trick number 8 is the pop 180 crescent. This trick is not that difficult, but it does incorporate jumping, twisting, and kicking. To do this trick, you stand where the front of your body would face the way you naturally twist. I twist to my left, so my chest is going to face the left. From here, we jump off the ground, we rotate 180 degrees in the air, and then we perform an outside to inside crescent kick. My favorite thing about this kick is it's super high in the sky if you're able to perform it well. Trick number 9 is the tornado kick. When it comes to tricking kicks, they all build off each other. The tornado kick is essentially a roundhouse kick that uses the cheat setup for extra power. Let me explain. To do a cheat setup, you start in a backside stance with your back facing the way you would naturally twist. To me, that's to my left. From here, you're gonna step in front with your back leg and then pivot on that leg to chamber your knee in front. From here, you just jump and you execute a roundhouse kick. And that is the tornado kick. The impressive thing about the tornado kick is you use that cheat setup to generate a ton of height and power so you can perform a devastating roundhouse kick. Trick number 10 is the Alba Tita. This is a kick that comes from capoeira, and you essentially go into a cartwheel, but then you translate all of your momentum into your kicking leg to perform a nice roundhouse kick. If you have good balance on your arm and good control in your cartwheel, the Alba Tita shouldn't be too difficult. But do approach this trick with caution and understand you need strong arms that can support your weight. Kick number 11 is the Compasso. This kick comes from capoeira, just like the Alba Tita, and it's also grounded. To do this kick, you essentially do a hook kick, but you put both your hands on the ground and you pivot your body around your hips to generate a ton of momentum. If you get good at the Compasso, it is a great way to transition between tricks, and it can also give you a ton of momentum for setups like the touchdown rise. Kick number 12 is the pop 360 round. This trick takes off in the same stance as the pop 180 crescent, but instead of rotating 180 degrees and performing a crescent kick, instead we're gonna rotate another 180 to do the full 360, and we're gonna perform a roundhouse kick. This trick isn't too technically difficult, But if you can jump up into the air and pull in your twist and then open up to perform your kick, that skill will translate to all your other tricks. Trick number 13 is the backside 360 hook. And this kick is just like the pop 360 round. We're gonna take off, instead of a pop, from a backside stance, with the back of our body facing the way we would normally twist. From here, we're gonna jump up into the air, rotate 360 degrees, and then perform a hook kick right before we land. This kick is pretty difficult considering it's an in-air hook kick, but if you practice it well enough, it shouldn't be too difficult. Kick number 14 is the triple front kick. And this kick isn't too technically demanding, but it does require a certain level of physicality. If you drill the double front kick enough times, the triple front kick should feel easy, because it's just a double front kick. But after you throw out that second kick, you use your glutes and hamstrings to pull that leg down as you shoot out a third strike. Kick number 15 is the butterfly kick. And this trick isn't too hard, and you're kicking but not striking a target. To do a butterfly kick, you start in a lunge facing the direction you're not going. From there, you perform your U-dip, dropping your chest low to the ground, and then shooting up, arching your back as you kick that back leg to get your flipping momentum and height. From there, you just jump up into the air and switch at the hips to land nice and soft. The butterfly kick looks like an incredibly difficult acrobatic trick, but honestly, it's not too hard if you know what you're doing. Thank you guys so much for watching. Do me a favor, hit the like button and subscribe if you want to see more educational tricking content. And if you want to learn more about me and the sport of tricking, go to my website, howtomastertricking.com. And guys, leave me a comment down below. What do you want me to cover in a future video? But thank you again for watching and have a lovely day.